Well, today's the day. I'm Ryan Kruesi Originals. That's a 2024 Harley Davidson Nightster, and we're gonna get rid of all the ABS. Trent's already started tearing it apart. He's getting to the rear ABS lines. The front is already unhooked because we did a taller bar and riser setup on this. These are archetype adjustable risers with Renthal bars. 1.1 to 7/8 moto style stuff, which the line doesn't reach anymore and no one makes a line to this ABS, which you could just run a line from the ABS block up to here, just a regular banjo line Russell's fitting setup. But I don't run the ABS anyways. I have the front unhooked because I stunt ride this thing and do burnouts and things, so I don't want any of that stuff. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. It'll probably save, I would think, 8 to 10 pounds just from the ABS block alone, all the extra lines and all the other jive. And this bike's already so light, it's gonna be nice to drop a little bit more weight. We're gonna weigh that, we're gonna see what it is, and we're gonna set it all up and finally have probably the first Nightster with a dope set of handlebars on it. Trent's gonna keep tearing this thing down. I gotta go finish some brackets on his Fat Bob that we're putting ST bags on too. I'm making all that stuff, and check it out. Nice old reservoir right there. Look at that fancy little reservoir. It's a Brembo master cylinder down here, factory Brembo Resi, Brembo caliper. It is a single piston caliper, which is not a lot of brake, but it's a bigger brake than what you have on a sport bike, and this weighs about the same, so it's pretty nice. This weighs about the same as a sport bike. Doesn't make crazy sport bike numbers, but 100 horsepower stock is pretty good.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. I'm just getting down to work here. Anyway, pulling apart the ABS. So the ABS lines on the Nightster is like hidden behind a whole bunch of plastic. So you got to pop a bunch of plastic off. And it's like really, it's tied down pretty well. You got zip ties and P-clamps all over the place holding this thing together. So I think I've got the lines pretty much loose all the way up to the ABS module, which I am gonna keep the lines on the module and try and just take the module out of the bike as a whole. Will I be able to accomplish this? The world may never know. We're gonna find out on today's episode of Tinkering with Trent.
What's up, everybody? Sorry to interrupt. I just want to show you this new drop. This is a limited drop. This is the stunt tail. These are going on pre-order from now until the 30th of November when entries close for the giveaway. For every $5 you spend on our website, enters you in a chance to win this bike right here, the stunt tail. There is a whole playlist for this build, and we got these super fresh shirts designed by LRK. And our boy Tommy, in-house, designed this shirt right here. These are also on the website. These are gonna be limited access as well. These are gonna be up till they're gone. Go get them. Kruesi Originals hats also. These are 6 entries and a chance to win this monster. So thank you very much.
I was hoping I could sneak without doing that.
You might actually be able to.
That's what I'm trying to figure out before I go and pull the whole airbox off.
Got one bolt on this side. You get that side over there, right here.
Is that bracket holding it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the ABS block here. I got this bolt out on this side. There's just one more on the other side, and then we should be able to just pull this whole block out and probably, I'd say, leave the hoses hooked up if we can.
That's what I'm trying to do.
What is this? Is this the fucking brake switch?
Yeah.
Is that the rear brake switch? It's got.
It goes off the rear lines, yeah.
So the rear brake switch runs off of up there, which that makes things, that sucks.
I just get an inline banjo switch down here.
Oh, I got wiring all the way down over to that son of a bitch down there.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, dirty Sanchez. Dahirte Sanchez. You know what I might do is just hook them together and just run a front brake switch.
That works just as good.
How a brake switch works is it is an on-off switch, basically. So when the wires are going through, there is a connection. Power coming in, power going out. When you're not on the brakes, you have nothing. When you hit the brakes and the brake pressure, it hits a plunger and it creates pressure. Whop, then you create a connection. Power goes out, lights up your brake switch. So what we need to do is if we unhook those, it'll just be dead. So that should be fine technically, and I should be able to just run front brake, which when you just rear braking when you're coming up to a stop, you should be using both brakes. Usually front more than rear, but you should be both braking for the most part. And if you know, just, I mean, you're not gonna ride my bike, it's my bike. So yeah, we're getting rid of that. This is just for the brake light. I'll still have a brake light, but the only thing that's gonna actuate it is the front brake. Rear brake, Nathan.
It's got to go out your way though.
Are we plugged in still though?
The ABS module is.
She ain't gonna come out until it's unplugged.
The plug's right there on the front. I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to unplug it though.
Oh, who does? What the?
Yeah.
Man, would you look at that?
You're free.
Look at that. Still, reigning champion for easiest motorcycle to work on Harley Davidson has ever made. Look at that. Whole entire ABS system is gone. What that, 15 minutes?
If that, yeah.
Now we just got to hook hard lines up from the master straight to the caliper. Don't do this at home. This is for road racing and professionals only. We had a scale, but it broke. So 224.4. There we go. 227.4. We gained 3 pounds. I thought 8 to 10. Which this ABS module is a quarter the size of a bagger, and a Softail is usually like a block like this. So it's probably another good reason why this bike's so much lighter is because it has a lot smaller components like this. But we got 3 pounds. I'll take it. And I've got an ABS system for a 2024 Nightster for sale if anybody needs it. Real cheap.
That's going to sit on a back shelf until we eventually throw it away 5 years from now.
Yeah. I have a front brake line. This is a 28-inch Magnum. It is made by Magnum brake lines. Not what I would normally use. It's carbon fiber. It's we normally use Russells, but Russells are just going away.
I think Drag's not stocking them anymore. We could probably set up direct through Russell, but
So I'm gonna throw some banjolyptus on here. This is a 10 mil, 30-degree banjo. Probably gonna run another one. Actually, I'm gonna run a chrome one at one end so you can't see it because they don't make black Russell's fittings anymore, which sucks.
really?
Yeah, they can't, nothing, dude.
Man.
So like the brake lines that I've been using my whole entire career, the fittings, everything, that's the best shit there is not around. Sadden me. Will she work like that? Just break her loose so she swivels easily and we'll just get it on and test fit. Oh, is this really a true 10?
Do you want it upside down like that, or?
Let me get this guy on first and let's see where that lays. Old oily fingers. Fucking mess, I'm gonna tighten this dude up.
Smelly cat, oh smelly cat.
What are they feeding ya? Smelly cat, oh smelly cat. We have a kitten living out in our tire pile out back. Tom discovered him this morning, thought it was a skunk. We were a little more stoked about it being a skunk than a cat, but
not all of us.
it is super cute. It's like the size of my palm. Just sitting in some tires looking terrified. June's been trying to coax it out with ham. We might keep it, make it a shop kitty. If it's a boy, I want to name it Luke Sky Whiskers.
Also, if it's a girl.
No, doesn't work that way around here, June.
Leia Sky Whiskers.
Leia Sky Whiskers. Oh.
He did have a sister.
Yeah. But she wasn't a true Skywalker.
Because she was a woman.
She was.
I'm just kidding.
A cat could live here while we were out of town for some days at a time.
Mm-hmm. They are quite independent.
What's going on here? Why are you on the outside of that? Did you run that dude up to the inside?
Just unbolts it and
Yeah.
you can fucking dick around with it. Oh, you got too much hose, dog.
I know, that's what she said. Oh, that's gonna be aggressive.
Fits pretty good that way.
Too much hose. It's time to pivot. Right now, the 30's not working, so we're gonna pivot. This is super fucking long too. Dirty rat bastard. Do we have a P-clamp that goes right here? Man, I don't like the way any of this shit fits. How was it stock? It was a 30, I'm pretty sure.
It went here, and then like the caliper line went right up into there, and then the master
This
line
shit
came
was
up
kicked
and
up
followed.
like this.
It bolted down in here, though. Yeah.
Yeah, crimps are right there. All right, that'll do.
Hello.
Rear brake lines are just about done. No brake fluid. This has .4 in it already, so we're gonna run RBF 660, which is like a .4 something. But it's got a super high boiling point. It's what we run on all our stunt bikes, so it doesn't overheat the brakes and you lose brake fluid. Needs brake fluid, needs to be bled, but we can do that now and have rear brakes. Man, this is the easiest.
We could do the front too.
Yeah, I'll swap this around and we'll start running some jive. I'm just pulling the line off of the master because I want to route it behind. The fill line was on the outside of the swing arm, which they probably had a purpose, but looks terrible. I'll put it behind it and get a little cleaner. Man, that's a tight bastard. Come on, baby. I gotta do you backwards, huh?
I am running the front brake line. And while Ryan finishes up the rear.
Yes, I got it. There we go. Up and behind. She takes it from behind, much cleaner that way. What the hell? Yep. Sucker again. Oh shit, get it fast. Brake.
Feels like it.
Still solid. There's a better way to pump the cracker a few times. Well, I just cut off the ABS line. Don't need the front one. I'm going to leave the back one hooked up because that controls your speedo and your cruise control. So if you still have the back one, all that stuff still works. I want to have a speedo and cruise control is pretty nice. But I don't need the front one. I'm just going to use it as a wheel spacer. So I just cut it off, just clean this up. I broke the little tab off that holds this plastic cover on right here, which I could get some more, but I think I'm just going to run it without it. Maybe get rid of these tabs and just run open frame, get rid of some of this stuff. What the hell is this thing? That's a USB.
USB-C.
USB-C? I just need these dudes. Then I can put it back on, but I kind of want to look into, I think I want to get rid of it and just clean this up. Maybe get rid of these things, find out what's back behind all this shit. Clean up some wiring in here, hide a couple things.
Let's plug all this shit in and make things happen.
Gotta take the back plate off that.
Yeah, this will probably reach though. That's cool.
Do some zip tying. I've never done this before. Put wiring on the outside of handlebars. I've never done this in my entire ever.
Yeah, you have.
No, I never have. This is the first time ever. Big advocate for internal wiring guy right here, but it also makes for a huge pain in the ass if you need to swap out a set of handlebars somewhere. Because then you have to machine a set of handlebars or have a machine set of handlebars ready to go, and then you got to depend shit, pull wires, 3 times as much work. Now I can just swap them. Does not look as good, that's for damn sure. If I race drifter cross, there's a good chance of me smacking the ground several times over, and we don't really have engine guards. This guy works pretty good, but these bars stick out farther, and the chances of bending a set is probably, I would say bringing a spare set to each race would be a good idea. Is there a bleeder on that master at all? No?
Nope.
Time to start sucking. Got a couple through there?
Yeah.
I'll flush all the old shit out really good. Are they coming of age?
No. Need to bleed it more.
Good?
Yeah, it's gone. It's not bleeding up at all though. You can see bubbles start popping up. If you like flick the line, sometimes there's air bubbles stuck in the line and you can kind of work them out a little bit. Okay.
I'm gonna get down here and suck it some more. Oh, I got a leak back here. Building anything?
Still nothing, no.
If you got a leak anywhere like we had right there, it's gonna be an air leak as well as a fluid leak. So we gotta re-bleed it again. That's probably sucking a bunch of air. Oh, it's pulling solid now. It was like bubbly air before.
Yeah, it's going proper now.
Go ahead, pump it up.
Probably needs more. I'm not getting anything.
What the is going on here?
I just didn't like that angle. Look at all the bubbles that came up. There was probably a little pocket.
Just didn't like the angle it's sitting at. Just had to turn it up a little bit and get the air pocket out. Feels pretty solid now. Feels better than it did before, actually. Gia, should I top it off?
That feels pretty good.
It's a damn good brake. Brembo, factory Brembo. Not Harley Davidson repopped Brembo. Real Brembo, real deal. There it is, it's done. I want to get some kind of muffler on it. I sent the muffler that I made out to Stealth to get into manufacturing for this thing, which we should have someday. Eventually we'll have exhaust. But I have another muffler I need to spread, so we're gonna go get an exhaust spreader. And I'm just gonna throw a muffler on and clamp it on and just run it so me and Trent can go ride the lot tomorrow, because I wanna go spend some time on this thing. I haven't really got to spend a lot of good just at a lot practicing time. I'm excited. She won't drift, needs tuned. As far as wheelies go, she should be good to go. Should be fun. So that's what we're gonna do in the morning. Look at that thing. It's beautiful. I'm gonna cut these levers off because they're long and in my way. But Archetype Manufacturing adjustable risers with the adjustable gauge mount that fits the Nightster gauge so it's not down all lame. Renthal bars, 1.1/8 to 7/8. Bolts up on this because the Nightster is all 7/8. Thank God. Such better stuff to work with. And we got rid of all the ABS. Look how clean that thing looks. I haven't sat on it yet. I guess I should on the ground and see what it feels like. God, it's so nice. I can't wait to get a seat. I want my seat to be up here. I don't like this low seat, but bang. Once I can sit up on this thing, I think I'm gonna put a little piece of hydro turf on the tank so I can really get up on this thing and just bop, 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 bop. Feels pretty good. I can't wait. We're going to Saddlemen in 8 days out to Long Beach, and we are going to be building a seat. And there will be a seat available through Built by Saddlemen. Kruesi Originals designed gangster ass seat for this thing, and I cannot wait. A little more moto, a little up, about right here. This is a nice seat. If you're just cruising and riding, it's a nice seat. It's comfortable. It's just how low it is cut. For what I want to do, I need a little height, need a little jam. I want to be up on the bars. That's a sick motorcycle. All this stuff. That's Kruesi Originals part. That's Kruesi Originals bracket. That's Custom Dynamics headlight. This is all on Kruesi Originals. These guys right here. If you've got a Nightster and you want suspension, there's only one company making real suspension. American Racing Suspension. These are 15s, 32-way adjustable. These are the stiletto style shocks. We also have some really gangster remote reservoirs that we're going to be using after these, but I want to spend some time with these before I switch over to the old big swinging dicks because I want to feel the difference, you know, get a little really used to this. I want to jump this thing, do some shit like that. See you in the morning. It's like learning how to wheelie all over again. The bike wheelie's good, but it's different. It's more like a sport bike. It's like coming from a Dyna. Wheeling this, I have that whole clutch up fear of the, oh my God, because this thing clutches up so gnarly. And if you have to chase it at all, it's all over. You got to catch it just right off the jump, because if it drops and you try and flick it back,
You're going on your back. Yeah.
dude, the flick is super aggressive. It could probably use a little bit of gearing.
Can you like walk it up with the gas still a little bit, or like?
Yeah, but you get it. You accelerate so fast.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're doing 40.
Yeah, before you get to drop back.
Yeah, so you got to like just, it's got to come up in one smooth, fluid motion, and you got to catch it just right and so lightly catch it too. Because there's no engine brake really. You got to ease into the brake. And then I can slow it down and shit, but I feel like I'm riding the brake super hard. Ooh, is that going to stay on? Is my hose clamped on muffler going to stay on the bike? I doubt it. I can't really drift it because it's too unpredictable in the bottom end.
Yeah.
She needs tuned, but we're going to keep practicing. The front suspension still kind of sucks, but I hit that jump and it squatted and popped. It jumped like a dirt bike.
Yeah.
The rear suspension ate it just beautifully, like landing a long travel truck. Too flat on blacktop on a 450-pound bike. Very impressive. Only having Racetech springs in the front, I got a little bit of a pop, little bottom out on the front end, but the back was dialed. I hit it a couple times now too. They look like they're holding up fine, right?
Yeah. Yeah, everything's
Dude, this thing is, it's a f***ing dirt bike.
It looks fun.
You
Looks
wanna
like a
ride
fun
it?
little machine. Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, here we go. You can hear me. It's Trent's turn on the old Nightster.
This thing feels crazy. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Dude, once you drop back and get deep though, it will slow down and like settle in. You gotta focus right on the gas tank and just drop it fucking back.
Yeah.
And then just flutter the back brake and let it kind of coast. If you get too slow, it will load up and surge real bad though. You kinda gotta clutch in a little bit.
It's like right where you need to keep it is where it f***ing likes to shoot.
Yeah, that's why it needs a little gearing, I think. Yeah. It's a good looking motorcycle. Effortless, huh?
Dude.
Yeah, it just eats that tire up, don't it?
It eats, dude.
Yeah.
Like when you're burning a tire on a dyno, you could like feel it, you know?
Yeah.
On that, it just like, you're just, for all I know, I'm just smoking clutch.
Yeah.
You don't even feel
The
it.
front's not bouncing, chattering. Yeah. The brake, the stock brake, the feedback is so good.
And then you look back and there's just a f***ing cloud.
Yeah. Big old second gear drift machine.
If we could figure out how to not get it to bog so hard,
yeah, it needs the tune.
It would drift so nice though.
I think the Pan Am velocity stacks and a tune, she'll be dialed.
Definitely a tune.
All right, I'm gonna take this thing out and try and drift it. It bogs really bad, so I don't know how much success I'm gonna have, and I don't have much tire left, but I wanna practice that a little bit and see what I can pull off.
Yeah, like you need it to be at 4,000 and then it slides out from under you at 4,000.
It'll wear you out. She needs some stuff. It needs gears and it needs a tune, I think, to be a good drift machine.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh man. I felt like I could feel the high side coming.
Dude, there's not a lot of control at all. It's like you gotta be moving really fast.
Yeah.
And then like if it falls sometimes back.
It looked sick, but it also looked like it was about to just get away from you. You didn't hit the jump on the Osmo.
God damn it. Oh. Should I bring it down and do it again?
I mean, I think the people would like to see it on the YouTube.
One more time stepping off this tall son of a bitch.
Yep.
back. That was fun. We got back just a little bit ago, kind of hanging out, and ate some lunch. I cooked steak and potatoes here at the shop. It was lovely. We had a good time riding. We hit some jumps today. Really got to test out the suspension to its fullest, and this sucks. The front sucks. It bottomed out for sure, but it took it better than I actually thought it would. We do have Race Tech springs in there, but this stock front end, it has lots of room for improvement. But the rear shocks, never bottomed them. They felt great. It felt like I was landing my mountain bike. I jumped it like I was pulling up to a jump on a mountain bike and gave it a little whoop. And she just popped right up. It jumps like a dirt bike. I think it could be really jumpable. That's for sure. A lot of fun, getting a little better at the wheelies. Drifting still tough. It's really, really fast and high speed, and I don't know if I want to go that hard. But the suspension, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. I think it feels phenomenal, and I don't think we could have tested it any better today. I hit that jump probably 15 times today, and hit it and landed to flat ground. It wasn't a whole bunch of air, but it was definitely enough to drop 450 pounds flat on the ground, and it take it very, very well. So American suspension, damn, they're on the website. Out there for Nightsters. I think we also have them for Dynas and other models on the website, which they come, you can get them in from like 10 to 16 inches. They're built to you, built to order, custom shit. Turnaround's pretty fast. American suspension, dope. What'd you think, Trent?
I liked it. It's gonna take some like getting used to, but it lights up rollers like nothing. You don't even know you're rolling the tire. It's pretty nice. Wheelies are a little funky because like right where you need to be RPM wise is where it wants to like throw you on its back. I liked it. It feels a lot better with the suspension on it. That was the first time I rode it with the shocks. It definitely helps.
Stock was real rough.
Stock sucked, yeah.
It's still wheelied bone stock, but it's aggressive. This thing is very aggressive. With the stock muffler and everything, it ran really well and made power all the way through. As soon as you get rid of that muffler, it was choked up really hard. As soon as we opened it up, the bottom end just sucks. So as when you're dropping back into wheelie and you're trying to slow it down, it tries to load and starts lugging. And when it instead of like a Dyna, it goes like a ball like that, and it'll slow you down. This does like a bog and then a whoop, and it wants to throw you at a bog and throw you. So we need to gear it and we need to play with some things, but it needs to be tuned. We do have Pan America Velocity stacks on the way, which they're only like $17 a piece from Harley Davidson. So why not put them in? And we're waiting on our actual factory exhaust that we're going to have out soon. That's being made by Stealth. Trask Performance is going to tune it. They're moving buildings right now, so we're still a couple weeks away from getting tuned and dialed in. But the rest of the stuff is coming along greatly. We need to get the front end taller. We're working on that.
A seat too. We definitely need a seat.
We go out to Saddleman next Wednesday. They've already got pans made, and then we're gonna make a seat, and we're gonna just kind of design something super dope that's gonna work really good for what we do and for all around riding and shredding. And the best seat for this is gonna come from us, that's for sure. That'll be made. We'll probably have that in the next month, I would say, after this. Stay posted, like, subscribe. Next, we're putting a Recluse clutch in it, and I'm trying to get the motor a little bit bigger. I'm trying to figure that out. Because 2025, we might do a little bit of racing on some Nightsters. If everything goes well and we can get these dialed the way we want them, we're on a quest. 2025 race season. Kruesi Originals, KruesiOriginals.com. All these parts are on there. You could be on the dopest Nightster in your town. You could be in the dopest Nightster in your state, city, country, wherever, because nobody's building them yet, and you could be the first one to do it. So go to KruesiOriginals.com. Every $5 you spend on there enters you in a chance to win a custom motorcycle built by us and a bunch of other rad stuff. Thank you very much. Peace.